for many years, the GTX 1060 was the most popular card on Steam. And you know what? That card came out in 2016. And you know what? It still is the most popular card on Steam. I I I have no idea how it is, but yeah, people are still using this card. I could have understood it like if it was, maybe a 20 series that you'd bought before the massive price hikes, but I kind of feel bad for anyone who is still running something like that. Right now, it is sitting on 7.99% of the market share. We have the 1650 at 6.30, 1050 Ti at 5.7 or 5.79, 2060. Okay, here we go. 2060 at 5.38, and then it just goes down from there. There's a very high number of people who play games on Steam using the Intel UHD, the Intel Iris, and the UHD 620. Wait, there are people who play with a GT 730? Why? Why are you doing that? No, like, genuinely, why are you doing that? Why did you buy 730? Like, that's worse than what you have in your CPU, almost definitely. Actually, how is the Steam hardware survey going right now? So, obviously, yep, AMD is still slowly growing its CPU market share, as it's been doing for like a couple of years now. Let's see, so what is this? 4-core CPUs are shrinking, 6 cores are growing, 8 cores are growing as well. Also makes a lot of sense. What do we have here? What else do we have here? What are we going on with the OS version? So Windows 10 is down, Windows 11 is slowly growing, but Windows 10 is still 75% of the market share there. OS X is also down, and Linux is down as well. It's still at 1.02%. Now, for the record, the Steam Deck has not been counted in any Steam hardware surveys yet. So that will happen as of the next one, because this hardware survey would have been done before most people, actually before really anyone besides reviewers, had their Steam Decks available. So with the following one, then I sort of expect there to be a boost, especially if they are pushing it to the Steam Deck users in what is being done here. Right now, the most popular amount of RAM is 16 gigs. Makes sense. I'm surprised that even 1% with 24 gig. And then 8 gig is dropping, but 16 gig is the majority now, which also makes sense. 4-core CPUs, VRAM 8 gigs, 1060 and 8. Sure. Does the 1060 have an 8 gig variant? Wait. GTX 1060. I thought it had a 6 gig variant. Why is 8 gig the most popular, but there's only a 6 gig variant of the 1060? How did that even happen? How does this happen? I don't know. Oh, it's very, very close. Oh, I know what's happening. So I imagine 2060 probably has 8 gigs, and there's probably 3060 definitely has at least 8 gigs. So there's probably a couple of cards which added together are over, like in the 8 gig category. That's probably how that's going down. There's still some people with less than with 512 megs of VRAM. That's sad. 5 gigs. Were there even, I don't even know if any cards had 5 gigs. 3 gigs as well. Sure. Primary resolution still 1080p, because why would it be anything else? There is some people on 2560 by 1440. Okay, respect. I don't want to use it. And there's 2% of people on 3840 by 2160. Primary language is English. Makes sense because it's an American company. Free hard drive space. Sure. 100 to 249 gigs. Okay, sure. Total hard drive space above 1 gig. Okay. Why is above 1 gig the most you have there? Surely you would have like above 2 gig, above 3 gig now. Because sure, most people, I'm surprised there's, oh, I guess these people would be laptops. Yeah. These would be laptop systems most likely, and older hardware. What the hell is half of this? Is this NTFS is here? AVX? What is this list? I thought this was file systems. No, it's not. No, because it's mainly Windows people. Hyperthreading? I guess this is just what people have enabled. And they just don't have separate categories for it. Okay, it makes sense. Intel CPU speed. Why Intel? 2.3 to 2.69. There's a lot of categories here, but there's not a lot for the storage space. Their categories are really weird sometimes. But yeah. So 1060s are still incredibly popular because I guess people are just not updating their GPU.